No, welcome to Doll City. It's somewhere at the beginning of November, I think the 8th or the 9th of November 2022. We are now heading from Mount Zion through the Jewish quarter to the Western Wall. And I know where I'm actually starting the tour. I don't know where I will end it in a way. Then you can see Zion Gate, that used to be the border between Israel and Jordan until 1967. That old city of Jerusalem was supposed to be part of United Nations, not part of Israel, and not part of Jordan. But that's actually what's happened. And from 1967, the old city is part of Israel. Then we are now at Zion Gate, entering. You will see the Armenian quarter, and we will go to the Jewish quarter to visit the Western Wall. Are you ready to do that with me? Yes, I'm so happy. Don't forget to subscribe my channel if you want to support my vlog, my YouTube channel. You can do that too. And lately, if you look beneath why they're so beneath the video, you will see a small heart, and this is a new way to support my channel. Then you can do that. I'm doing that tour at night time because it's magical at that moment. Look at the two Hasidis, the couple of them. They won't touch each other, although I'm sure that they're married, because that's not the way. Behind that wall is the Armenian quarter, and you can see Zion Gate from the inner side of the city. Zion Gate that you saw is only from the 15th century, and the wall that you see here is from the 15th century. And look at the full moon. The Armenian quarter is one of 4 neighborhoods in Jerusalem. We're going to visit the Jewish one, but there's a Christian one and there's a Muslim one. The Armenian are Christians. Then why they have their own quarter? That the Armenian were converted into Christianity as a nation 30 years before Constantine did it to the rest of the Christians. And they were here before St. Helen came, but St. Helen didn't like that kind of Christianity. Then she kicked them out of that region. They had to look for a neighbor for themselves. But now they are very happy because they have their own neighborhood, while the other Christians got only one neighborhood altogether. Then they are very happy, and we are looking at the Armenian quarter. Most of them are refugees from the genocide that happened in 1915 by the Ottomans, the Turkish of today. In front of you, the lights on top of the mount is part of Mount of Olive. And if we are talking about ancient places, this is Zion Gate from the 6th century. What you can see is the remains of it. The Zion Gate that you saw, it's only from the 16th century. Then let's continue through the Jewish quarter. We're still in the Armenian quarter. You can see that it looks like old houses. The Jewish quarter, most of it is actually new, because in 1948, when the Jordanians occupied the old city of Jerusalem, they destroyed the Jewish quarter. For example, you can see here a dome of a synagogue. It's called the ruined synagogue. It had been destroyed twice by the Muslims. Then we built another one now in 2010, and the nickname of that synagogue is the ruined synagogue, the destruction synagogue. altogether in that city, they have 40,000 inhabitants. Most of them are in the Muslim quarter, but people live here. And in that case, you can see two parking places, and sadly, beneath that one is evidence of a very big church from the 6th century. I hope that one day they will open it to the public. You can see the word Allah here, and this is a mosque in the border between the Armenian and the Christian Jewish quarter. And if that is an old quarter, here you can see that it's a new quarter. Remember, it's been destroyed with a bottle of beer. It's been destroyed by the Jordanians. And let's walk through that alley until you will see something special. I'm doing that tour at nighttime because of a few reasons. The first reason, why not? Second reason, it's so beautiful at nighttime. And the third reason, there are not a lot of tourists here. Then the city is or empty or full with the people who lives here. I think I might be the one of the few tourists now. And another good thing is that the shops are closed and you can feel a different atmosphere, and together with the light, this is something special. This is something special. I'm trying to do. No. Right, try it. Because the Jordanian destroyed the Jewish quarter when Israel came back to here in 1967, before they built the new Jewish quarter, they excavated and found so many important buildings from 6th century, from the 1st century and even before that. So quiet here. You can see the Hasidis, the religious Jews who lives here. Look at that. Look how beautiful it is. What you see here is a street from 6th century. Thanks to the Jordanian, we could excavate before we built the Jewish quarter. Then beneath us, right there, all over, you can see shops. And then the sidewalk was from the shops until the columns. It was covered against the snow that we have here from time to time, against the rain and the sun. And from the columns until the end of the car, it's a road for carriages. And it's important to understand that, oh, look at so many people which are not tourists. It's very important to understand that this was the main street of Jerusalem, from north, from Damascus Gate to Zion Gate. You saw the beginning of it. the ancient one, not the modern one, then in that matter, it's called the Cardo. It's called the Cardo, and you know that name. Because if you're going to deal with a doctor who deals with the heart, you're going to cardiologic, the heart of the city. Here it is in front of you. Let's continue. I just love that place. So many things that we find from the Jewish quarter. So many capitals. Look how beautiful is the Hova, the ruined synagogue. You can actually climb to the roof of that synagogue. But not today, I mean only at daytime. Next to it you can see a mosque. Two reasons for a mosque. First one, the mosque is supposed to be higher than the dome to tell us who's controlling here. And I'm talking about the Muslims that control the city. Second story tells us about a Jewish family that lives right here, and one of them converted to Islam. The Jews didn't like that idea, and when everyone died, the mother decided to give it, to donate it to the Waqf, to the Muslim police. Then from that time, no one can actually destroy, but the law of Israel, if it's a Muslim site, you cannot destroy it. It belongs to the Muslims, not to Israel. If it's a Jewish site like a synagogue, belongs to the Jews, not to Israel, and the church belongs to the just a moment. That guy talked with me. Oh, all right. Then the religious sites belong to the religious people. There's another synagogue here, which I must say that it's from 1260. Actually 1267, when the Rambam actually came to here. I'm not going in out to that synagogue, but you can actually see the entrance. And this is considered to be the oldest synagogue in that region or in the city. Then that's it from the outside. This is the first time that no one is here. You can see the women department and the men department. Synagogues are open 24 hours a day. Lovely, isn't it? Then we actually saw the oldest synagogue in Jerusalem. Rambam was one of the most well-known Jews who actually came to visit Jerusalem. Then when the Rambam came to Jerusalem in 2067, Crusader time, Jews weren't allowed to be here because they didn't let them do that. But he found two Jews, and he found a place to build a synagogue. This is the oldest functioning synagogue in in Jerusalem. Now, there's a beautiful square beneath us, but in a way, what is important is that beneath that floor, it's a beautiful neighborhood of priests from the time of Jesus, from the time of King Herod. And the museum now they decided to renovate it again. Then the entrance is from there. Look how beautiful is the synagogue. Here you can see a replica of the menorah, which is a symbol of the Jewish temple. There is a community of Jewish organizations that are ready to build the third Jewish temple, which is still not allowed unless God will do that by himself. But you can see that they have here a replica of the menorah. There's excellent food here, but it's kosher. Then if it's a dairy restaurant, then you won't find meat here. Then Jews cannot mix meat with dairy products. Then no cheeseburger, no pepperoni pizza. You cannot eat burger together with a milkshake, for example. There's a certificate of kosher food in every entrance, and the religious Jew won't enter to the place without looking for that sign of kosher food. Even the ATM here are kosher. You cannot withdraw money between Friday night to Saturday night. There's another synagogue that we are building now. It's called Tiferet Israel, the glory of Israel. It's been destroyed by the Jordanians in 1948, and they decided to rebuild it again. Then maybe we can see some pictures of it. I'm waiting for that moment, the moment that they will open it, because I promised to climb up to the roof of the synagogue, because they promised that the view will be such an amazing thing. And this is Tiferet Israel, and they are still building it. It's 2022, the end of 2022. Just to show you the kosher certificate, here it is. And in every kosher place you must have it. For example, in that burger, you can see it right here, the certificate of kosher food. And in that burger, that is not cheese. It might be tahini, but cheese it's not. Let me remind you that we are heading to the Western Wall. We're gonna build it together. If we talked about museums, one of the most famous museums is in front of you. It's the Burned House Museum, Bet Katros, which was one of the priest families, one of the 24 priest families, and we find here a stone weight with the inscription of Bar Katros, and we know that family. And it's beautiful to see it. When they excavated, they found some evidence for the destruction of the temple and the Jewish quarter at 70 AD by the Romans. And one of the most well-known finds is a hand of a woman around the ash at the kitchen, and a spear, a Jewish spear against the Romans. I think you can understand how beautiful it's gonna be. I mean, how beautiful the view is gonna be soon. Then don't go away. I know that you are already, it's like 20 minutes now, but still, there's so many things to see. a lot of the Orthodox Jews, the ultra-Orthodox Jews, they cannot use computers. Then advertising is usually by posters on the wall, mostly black and white. For example, that one. Looked like someone died. His name was Shalom Cohen. In front of you, it's remains of a German Crusader church from the Crusader time. Of course, 12th century. And the far away is Mount of Olives, and soon we will talk about what you can see here. Are you staying with me? Yes. Remember, don't forget to subscribe my channel if you want to support it. You can support it not only through the new link beneath the video. You can do that via PayPal or Buy Me a Coffee link, which you can find at the description of the video. And you can actually, if you won't find it, you can send me a message and I will send you the links. Thank you for doing it. It really helps me. In the future, we will have an elevator who will take us down and up. But nowadays, we have to walk. The weather is not amazing that I don't mind to walk at least for another 4 hours. Look how beautiful it is. What can we see here? Then let's start with that. You can see the wall of the city from the 15th century. And this is the corner of the southern and western wall. If you will destroy those buildings in the Muslim Quarter, you will see more of it, but we are not going to do that. Then the western wall is only a plaza that King Herod, a wall of a plaza that King Herod built to create a big plaza. We call it a Temple Mount, which is very big. On top of it, he built the Jewish quarter, Jewish temple. The Jewish temple was built instead of the Dome of the Rock of today, and it was built on top of the foundation stone. And so many things happened on top of it. For example, Adam and Eve, when they were kicked out from Eden, they went straight down to that rock. Abraham almost sacrificed Isaac there as well. Then the house of God was there, and because he built that plaza, I'm talking about King Herod, he could build a major temple, which was bigger than the Dome of the Rock, at least between 2 or 3 times bigger than the Dome of the Rock of today. The Dome of the Rock of today is part of a Muslim tradition that says that Muhammad reached from Mecca to Al-Aqsa. Difficult to see Al-Aqsa, but Al-Aqsa Mosque is right there. Maybe if we'll zoom it out, now we can see the dome of, right there, the dome of it. Let's us climb back to the best spot of the, of here. Then Muhammad went to Al-Aqsa, from Al-Aqsa to the foundation stone, ascended into heaven, and met God himself, who gave him the 5 prayers of a day. The western wall is only a wall. The Jews know that that wall is not holy. They are praying through the Holy of the Holy, which is the house of God that used to be there instead of the Dome of the Rock. Then, now when we know it, what I want us to do is to go there to see the corner of the southern and the western wall, and then we will continue into the western wall. Are you ready to do that? It's only 25 minutes. We can do that. Then let's visit it. I might cut that video into two. Then it will be the Jewish Quarter and then the Western Wall at night time. Then for the new ones who now actually hear me for the first time, then please subscribe to my channel. And if you want to support the channel, you can do that too via the small heart beneath the video. This is new, or via buy me coffee or PayPal, which you will find in the description of that video, or you can ask me for the link and you will get it. It really helps me. The weather is amazing. It's the beginning of November 2022. It's cool. It was rainy for the last 2 days. Then everything's clean, but it's not rainy anymore. Then I'm happy. Let us go to see the corner of the western and the southern wall, and here it is. Look how beautiful. They decided to lit it lately, and it's marvelous. I have nothing bad to say about that. This is the dung gate, the garbage gate, which is the easiest way to reach the Jewish Quarter and the Western Wall. And I'm not calling it the Wailing Wall because there's nothing to wail there. It's a very happy place. Then let's go to see the plaza. I won't be able to take a video at the barrier. They will check my bag. But I hope that I will be able to stop it and then to use it again without ending that video. If you want to climb up to the Temple Mount, you can do that twice a day, not including Friday and Saturday. And just look for the Temple Mount opening hours. But if you are not Muslim, you cannot go into the Dome of the Rock. And in Al-Aqsa, you can actually walk around it. Then, let me stop the video. But you know what? Not before. I will show you something else. Let me see if I can. Yes, I can. Now, what you see here is the beginning of the Western Wall, but if you look down there, you can see the street from the time of King Herod and Agrippas. Then we are talking about 1st century. The street that I'm standing on, it's, I don't know, 1980. Another thing that you can see is the destruction of the temple from 70 AD. You see when the Romans actually tried to destroy it by throwing the stones, and then they actually said enough is enough, let's use it. It's beautiful for us as well. Then now when we know it, let me stop the video and enter to there. All right, we did it. Oh, I love the Western Wall at night time, and there are not a lot of tourists. I really love that area. I must say that I love Jerusalem, although my heart belongs to Jerusalem, my body belongs to Tel Aviv. I have a house there, and I'm not alone there. And it's a totally different story. You can actually visit my YouTube channel and look for the Tel Aviv tours, and you will see that there are so many things to do in Tel Aviv as well. Then we came from the Jewish Quarter, Look at that beautiful building. The glass. I mean, you can see the Western Wall 24 hours a day. The synagogue, I mean the Western Wall is a synagogue. In the Jewish synagogue you are dividing men and women. Although I believe that men are equal to women, in Judaism it's not really like that. And the idea why to separate women and men is because of the Bible that mention in a way that if you want to concentrate in your prayer, you have to separate women and men. Then women won't look at the men while they are praying, and men won't look at the women while they are praying. It's a nice idea, but I know so many Christians that pray together and they can concentrate with it. To enter a synagogue, you must wear a yarmulke or kippah. Will divide it you from God. The Jews are praying straight to God, and in that case, they need to do that. Christians, you are praying to go through the priest, and the priest will have a yarmulke, will have a kippah or hat. Let me wear a hat instead of a yarmulke, because the yarmulke will fall off my head. And you know what, so many people ask me how do I look. Then let me tell you that you didn't miss a thing. The Western Wall is more important, but if you want to see me, here I am. Shalom, hello. Now you saw me, then let to here. And I've got a hat now on my head, and we can go into the Western Wall. The Jews, when they entering the holy site, they will purify their hand, and here you can see it. It's not drinking water. Drinking water is right there. Then they will fill it with water, and they will pray. There are two handles to use the hands of it. To use the two hands, when one hand is touching the water, the other hand is not pure, and then the other hand is pure. You got the message. Then when you are reaching the Western Wall, what you have to do is to take a yarmulke from here and put it on your head. I can see here a group of, at least two of them are priests. Everyone are welcome to the Western Wall. Here in that area you can take a note and write something to God. The minute you will put the note between the Western Wall stones, it will be a relic, and the Jews will collect every note and will bury it at Mount of Olives. If you came to here at that time, you saw that there are not a lot of religious Jews here. There are mostly a lot of tourists here. Then now when there are no tourists, the Jews can come to here. Why they are moving like that? I call it a meditation, a prayer meditation. Remember the men department, here is the women department. What about the notes? Here it is. Even though it fell to the ground, they will collect it and they will bury it at Mount of Olives. 7 stones from down to up is from the time of King Herod. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The rest are from different times. The Western Wall, the main departments, got 2 options. Now the religious Jews can actually be outside, no tourists, and amazing weather. But if it's too hot or very cold, you can always go into the air condition, or in winter time it's quite hot there. But this is the 3rd prayer of the day. The Jews are praying 3 times a day. This is Arvit, the 3rd prayer of the day. You must have 10 people, 10 men from age 30 and up to pray. Let's go into the indoor Western Wall to see what's happening here. I want you to see another 12 meters of it. I don't know if you saw, but there's one guy that was the leader of the prayer, but he's not a rabbi. They're praying together to God. And what you saw is a street from the 1st century. We are now on the street from 1980. This is an arch, part of a bridge that King Herod built 2,000 years ago. And those are arches from the Muslim time. The Muslims built their city on top of it. Then in that case, now we can actually walk through every part of the Western Wall. If you break that wall, you will reach the museum of the Western Wall tunnels. Then that were 38 minutes, almost 40 minutes of the Western Wall and the Jewish Quarter. Thank you for watching that video, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much. Bye bye.